Today, we are connected virtually more than we ever have been before, but many people claim that they've never felt further apart. While it's possible to be socially distant and connected, it's also common to be in the same room and to be completely disconnected from each other. What's missing is the feeling that we get when we have meaningful interactions with our friends and families. Computer programs, apps, and software solutions can be amazing teaching tools, but they should not become alternatives to the types of teaching that are most effective. Parents and kids are reporting that they feel busier than ever while being left with feelings of accomplishing less and less every day. There is an unprecedented amount of information to process, and we are all being exposed to it, sometimes voluntarily and sometimes not. With this in mind, there are certain skills that many of our youth need to strengthen in order to keep up with demand. Things like abstraction, which is where we focus on important information and ignore unimportant information. Decomposition, which is the way that we break down complex problems into manageable parts. Organization and categorization, resource management, and a batch of other cognitive, critical thinking, and executive functioning skills. The Afterschool Olympics is a free platform that uses research-backed, game-based learning strategies to offer learning opportunities to people, either virtually or in person, that are meaningful. It doesn't have any complicated setup or cleanup, and it uses basic everyday materials that participants often already have at home. Through a combination of collaboration and competition, every learner has a chance to thrive according to their own educational individuality, which is like their unique cognitive identity. The word plasticity is a term used in brain research. Neuroplasticity or brain plasticity refers to the ability of our neural networks to change through growth and reorganization. Learning new things, practicing skills, environmental factors, and even psychological stress can have a profound effect on neuroplasticity. It was once thought that this only occurred during childhood, but we now know that it persists. So, we are never too old or too young to learn new things. As teachers and researchers, we are particularly interested in activity-dependent or experience-dependent plasticity. This arises from the use of cognitive functions and personal experiences. It is the biological basis for learning and the forming of new memories. It has taken years of observation, exploration, success, and failure to develop the Afterschool Olympics. This free educational resource is now being used by classroom teachers, homeschools, community-based organizations, and families because it makes learning fun. It will take a monumental effort by all of us to maintain and grow the Afterschool Olympics so that it can continue to reach our most vulnerable and under-resourced learners.
According to recent statistics, 4,200 children in New York lost a parent or guardian to coronavirus between March and July of 2020. 325,000 New York children were pushed into or near poverty as a result of the pandemic. 70% of school-age childcare centers had closed because of the pandemic by mid-year in 2020. And we are now at least 6 months beyond all of these stats. Our students need our help. So once again, please consider becoming a sponsor, a donor, an in-kind donor, volunteering some time, or helping out in any way that you can with the Afterschool Olympics. You can follow the links in the description of the video, or you can visit www.theafterschoololympics.org and look for the sponsorship button or the help button on the site to see how you can lend a hand. Thank you so very much in advance.